Weather looks nice today, but apparently there's warnings where there might be bad air quality, wildfires, and apparently a recycling facility or something like that that's on fire. Doesn't seem like it though in the sky. I guess with that in mind, what was going on today? It's kind of interesting reading this one again. It was related to that incident where apparently there was a drone that got shot down, but it was being used to inspect things like power lines, and who shot it and what happened actually is kind of interesting with this little update. This one says, Chair of County Dems charged with shooting down power company drone. So was it a leader of a political organization or something like that? This one says the chairman of the Lincoln County Democratic Party was arrested for allegedly shooting down a drone that was being used to inspect power lines by his home near Eddyville. The News Time first reported last week on the downing of the unmanned aerial vehicle being used by a contractor for Consumer Power Inc. to inspect its transmission lines. The drone started a fire when it crashed, which the contractor was able to quickly extinguish. The power company notified area customers of the planned drone surveys a week or more prior. So the interesting thing here is, since the drone was going around doing inspections, it was capturing things like photos, and when it was shot, it actually took a photo of the area where they saw a guy in a vehicle, I suppose, and he was holding either a rifle or a pellet gun according to this, and it says person there anyways was later identified as the property of Michael R. Gaskill, 39, when he heard 3 pops. And here's the funny thing, when they tried to attend the drone, it says the drone pilot said when he and a colleague who was in a marked company truck nearby at the time of the crash were putting out the drone fire, a man approached them and asked what happened. According to the affidavit, the pilot told him someone interfered with a drone in flight, that he'd inspected thousands of power poles and nothing like this had ever happened before. And it says the pilot told me the man asked if he was with the power company. The deputy wrote in the affidavit, the pilot told me he said yes, and that upon hearing this, the man abruptly said he had to go and drove away in a white hatchback vehicle. So that was the kicker, because they have a photo of when the drone was shot down the general area. So when they went to investigate it, it says the deputy visited Gaskill's address August 29th, where he saw the white hatchback Prius parked and told him was there to speak to him about the drone. Gaskill said he knew the craft crashed and caught fire and that he would not speak to the deputy about it without his attorney present. This is not a sign of guilt right away. The deputy told Gaskill he was under arrest and that shooting down a drone was a felony in Oregon. Gaskill says something similar to, even on my own property, the affidavit reads. The deputy said the power company, and thus his contractor, had an easement and thus right to access to a pole on his property. How's that, huh? The guy that actually did the crime went up to them like, oh, what happened, and so forth, just playing dumb. And when approached, it's like, nope, I don't want to say anything. And I was wondering too, like, this isn't like a federal party, so to speak, is it? I don't know. I was just going to the site. It said Lincoln County Democrats, and his, I guess, name is there. It just says here, the Lincoln County Democrats of Oregon believe in defending democracy and rights and freedoms guaranteed under the U.S. and state constitutions, promoting a vibrant and environmentally sustainable economy that builds a strong middle class and ensuring a healthy planet for future generations. It's kind of like the thought I had before, where for many times I wonder where people, they say they're for this and that. Are you truly for the rights of, let's just say, the mass majority of people? You want to be fair, or are you just pro your own rights? Because honestly, that's how a lot of people are. It's almost like a TV show with the chain of events that happen, but I guess that's fortunate where they caught the person. In terms of criminals, reading this story was actually a little unbelievable at first. Imagine this, where a person faked being a nurse, assaulted so many people apparently. This one says 11 assault charges laid against fake nurse who worked at Vancouver hospital for a year. Brigitte Cleroux, the woman who impersonated a nurse for a year at BC Women's Hospital, has been charged with a long list of new offenses, including 11 counts of assault and assault with a weapon. In all, 15 new charges were sworn in Vancouver Provincial Court on Wednesday, according to court records. Cleroux, 50, is now accused of 8 counts of assault with a weapon, 3 counts of assault, 4 counts of using a forged document, and 1 count each of fraud over $5,000, impersonation with intent to gain advantage. The assault charges involve 10 individual women who were patients at the hospital. Vancouver Police spokesperson Sergeant Steve Addison said investigators have now spoken to more than 40 alleged victims from Cleroux's time in the city. faking to be a nurse, treating people, I guess, for medical related issues. Can you believe that? The person faking it for this long and being this dangerous, I guess you could say. And it sounds like it gets worse. It says here at least 67 adult convictions. This is far from the first time Cleroux has been accused of crimes related to impersonation. She has a long criminal history across North America with at least 67 convictions as an adult, including several for pretending to be a nurse or a teacher. She is still wanted on 2 active warrants in Florida and 1 in Colorado. Cleroux is currently in prison after receiving a 7-year prison sentence for crimes including impersonation, assault with a weapon, and assault related to her time posing as a nurse at a fertility clinic and a dental clinic in Ottawa for a few weeks in the summer of 2021. This is like a career criminal, isn't it? Makes you wonder again, kind of relates that other topic, I guess, with that knife wielder and all that, where they had a history of criminal, I guess, actions and behavior. Makes you wonder, does it work? You keep catching people over and over again, but if they keep offending, it's kind of no point in many ways. Kind of unfortunate, huh? And the sky's changed colors. I guess that's because of the smoke. It usually looks like that. It's all red. Alright, see you guys later.